As Halloween night approaches, the decorations are set for Kai's first costume party, just a couple of hours from now, in Kai's newly rented house. The house is old and needs some renovating. And the vibes are a little creepy. Kai doesn't own the house, and his retired landlord is tight on money, but the spooky setting is perfect for Kai's Halloween costume party. Kai steps into the not-so-secret room in his basement to explore. His retired landlord told him it's an old wine cellar with a few vintage wines, and also a place where he keeps his collection of old VHS tapes. He told Kai that some of the tapes are recorded security surveillance footage from the factory farm where he once worked. The landlord now uses the tapes as an educational tool to inspire others to stop eating animals and go vegan, like he did decades ago. Kai never really considered veganism, but an old bottle of vintage wine would be the perfect complement to the Halloween party. As Kai explores the room, he discovers shelves lined with dusty old VHS tapes and VHS players, and a few televisions from an era gone by. The room is dark and dreary, and a bit spooky. Yet, the spooky atmosphere doesn't stop Kai from exploring the room. He comes up short on finding some vintage wine for his party, most likely locked away in the darkness out of sight. Instead, Kai figures he'll try and see if the old VHS player still works. Kai is a bit of a tech geek, taking after his mother. Much to Kai's haunting surprise, as he hooks the old VHS player up to a vintage television, with an old tape already inserted in the player, Kai hits play, and the horrific animal slaughterhouse images begin to play. Image after image, cows, pigs, and chickens are all being slaughtered for food. Kai eats animals, but he hadn't actually saw the bloody grisly scenes of an animal slaughterhouse before. A short time later, before the party begins, some of Kai's friends arrive early to help decorate for the party. Kai is clearly shaken by the horrific images he just saw. His friends are also shaken by the cruelty seen in the video. They turn the TV off and try to give support to each other. As more people arrive to the costume party, the atmosphere is anything but festive. Why is everyone looking so horrified? Halloween parties are supposed to be fun. It doesn't feel anything like a party here. What is going on? Later in the night, after most of the guests have left, Kai calls his landlord to tell him he has decided to make the compassionate choice and go vegan. Luckily, his landlord is a night owl like Kai. The landlord tells Kai that he hated working in the slaughterhouse. He still has nightmares to this day, and he thought about throwing the old surveillance tapes away, but decided to keep them to show to others who are still eating animals. Kai told him that he needs to get with the times, and offered to digitize his tapes. The two laughed. More importantly, they now share an unbreakable bond of compassion for animals.